that's what we're promoting right now, inclusivity.
Just to show people that we care about one another.
You have an obligation. Somebody got you here to see.
So I urge you to make a difference in this campus. I cannot wait to see what you accomplish at this institution.
Good evening. I'm Rodney Rogers, the president of Bowling Green State University, and we are coming to you live from the Bowen-Thompson Quadrangle at sunny Bowling Green State University in Bowling Green, Ohio. We are certainly pleased to be hosting both a virtual and an in-person celebration to honor our summer graduates. And while you're not able to join us for the in-person ceremony tomorrow, which will be our 301st commencement exercises, we are here this evening to recognize all of the success of our summer 2021 graduates. We have a video of some of the highlights of the last 4 years. We've got musical performances from students and community members, and a virtual message from the chair of our Board of Trustees, David O'Brien. And with me is our Provost and Chief Academic Officer, Dr. Joe Whitehead. He'll be sharing some remarks with you shortly. But before that, let's take a look back at the last 4 years.
Congratulations, BGSU graduates! It's been a great 4 years, with so many moments to remember. Since we welcomed you at Freshman Convocation, you and the university have soared. We renewed our commitment to old traditions, finished building on a new one, said goodbye to an old one, and you found a place where you will always belong. We welcomed new friends and displayed our pride with a new campus landmark. You danced, biked, and shaved for charity. Nearly a dozen new Falcons joined the family, and new business ideas were hatched. There were MAC championships, big seasons,
and that's your ball game. Bowling Green,
big wins,
season series in the Battle of I-75.
a return to national prominence, and national championships. We eclipsed our peers in national rankings. And the sun followed suit. There were some long winters, but we had fun. We served to remember Dr. King's legacy, honored Bob and Ellen Thompson, BGSU's most generous philanthropists, celebrated a gift that will transform our future, and raised a record amount of support for our next chapter. We created new, innovative partnerships, programs, and facilities to help meet workforce needs. And our research served the public good, working to address the critical issues facing the world. Most importantly, we are sending our BGSU graduates soaring to serve the world and lead meaningful and productive lives. Congratulations!
You know, so those BGSU letters and robots, I know they were a little controversial at the beginning, but they seem to be kind of popular now. We also know that that video doesn't nearly capture all of the great memories that I hope each of you have had here at Bowling Green. It is what makes this institution so special. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you Dr. Joe Whitehead, Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic and Student Affairs. Dr. Whitehead.
Thank you, President Rogers. As Provost, it is a pleasure to be here this evening to extend my sincere congratulations to our students graduating from Bowling Green State University. With more than 200 undergraduate majors and more than 175 graduate programs, our candidates are graduating from 9 academic colleges. As President Rogers mentioned, today's virtual event is to recognize you and all your hard work and accomplishments. During your experience at Bowling Green State University, you have learned inside and outside the classroom, a classroom that took many shapes and forms. At the academic heart of our university is our faculty. I want to take this moment to recognize and thank them for their flexibility, adaptability, and support of our students to ensure their success. Graduates, your degree represents the pursuit to create and share new knowledge. You were pushed to think critically and creatively. You are prepared to live meaningful and productive lives. Many of you were involved on campus, studied abroad, advanced your leadership skills, participated in community service, lived in a learning community, completed an internship or co-op, or conducted research. These experiences help shape who you are today. We would also like to recognize those students who have excelled in their academic endeavors and are graduating with academic distinction and honors. Graduating with academic distinction and honors is indeed a great accomplishment for each of you and your families. Bowling Green State University congratulates you for your commitment and for your success. It is my pleasure to recognize the following students. First, I would like to recognize and congratulate the 35 graduates who have successfully completed the requirements for doctoral degrees. I would like to also recognize the 403 students who have earned master's degrees. Congratulations, graduate students, and on your accomplishments. We have 109 students graduating with Latin honors. In addition, we are proud to recognize 8 graduates who completed their entire academic experience with a perfect 4.0 grade point average. That is, a 4.0, perfect 4.0 grade point average. These students graduate with the distinction of the President's Award and wear a special medallion in recognition of this honor. Congratulations. I'm also pleased to recognize the outstanding achievement of our students who have been honored through Phi Beta Kappa, Phi Kappa Phi, and who are in the Honors College. Phi Beta Kappa and Phi Kappa Phi are 2 of the world's leading honor societies. Only 10% of higher education institutions in the world have both chapters, and BGSU is proud to be one such institution. Honor students, you have completed designated coursework and honors project, which includes independent research and have maintained at least a 3.5 GPA. In short, all of today's 1,049 graduates are part of BGSU. We are so proud of you and congratulations. President Rogers.
Thank you, Provost Whitehead. So we want you to know that Bowling Green State University will always be one of your homes, and that you will forever be welcomed as part of the Falcon family. You know, more than ever, we ask you to stay engaged and support one another. Stay engaged with your alma mater, a university that you have enriched, a university that is far better because you chose to be here. On these sorts of exercises, I'm reminded of a quote from Bowling Green's fourth president, Dr. Ralph McDonald, and it's inscribed on the side of the Bowen-Thompson Student Union. And the quote reads, "We are linked to this institution by invisible bonds that do not wither or dissolve." We are linked to this institution. Together, we are linked by these invisible bonds that do not wither or dissolve. You see, your success is our success, but our success is also your success. We are forever linked by this invisible bond. Now, to be clear, not one of us has gotten to where we are without the support of others. And for our graduates, a lot of people have helped you get through Bowling Green and certainly have helped you along your journey. And so, in the spirit of our 1987 commencement speaker, Mr. Fred Rogers, and yes, Mr. Rogers was a 1987 commencement speaker, so I'm going to ask, like he did, for the audience and the students to take 10 seconds. And so I'm going to ask you right now to take 10 seconds to think about the people who have helped you become who you are. Those people who supported you, who were in your corner. 10 seconds, and I'll watch the time. Thank you. The people you thought about have made a difference in your life, and I am sure that some of them are with you right now, so please make sure to thank them. So now our Board of Trustees officially confers your degree. They're an outstanding group of BGSU leaders who help us move our university forward. And the chair of our board has a message for you, and so it is now my pleasure to introduce to you the chair of our Board of Trustees at Bowling Green State University, David O'Brien, for a few remarks.
Good evening, class of 2021. I'm David O'Brien, alumnus of Bowling Green State University and chair of the Board of Trustees. I'm thrilled to join you virtually to celebrate your graduation from BGSU. On behalf of the board, I'd like to congratulate you on this significant accomplishment. We are so proud of you. Throughout this journey, you have demonstrated grit and resiliency, and you have proven you are ready to take on anything that comes your way, even a global pandemic. This weekend, the board confers your degree, and with it comes all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities that you and more than 190,000 living alumni share. We are confident that you are going to be successful. We also empower you to create public good in your communities, leave a place better than you found it, and make a positive difference. That is what defines a BGSU graduate. The Board of Trustees celebrates your hard work and determination. Congratulations, graduates. I Ziggy Zumba.
In 1942, our nation had been through the Great Depression and the world was at war. It was a time of great uncertainty and personal sacrifice. And at that time, the conductor of the Cincinnati Symphony Orchestra asked American composer Erin Copeland to compose a fanfare to honor all of those who were making sacrifices to find a way forward for the nation and for the world. Mr. Copeland composed this piece to honor our nation. And given all that we have been through with COVID-19 as a community, as a nation, and as a world, it certainly seemed appropriate to ask our students and faculty in the College of Musical Arts to perform this piece for you, Erin Copeland's Fanfare for the Common Man.
in the midst of a COVID-19 global pandemic. It has been challenging, but you and the next generation are going to solve some of the world's greatest problems and have such a positive impact on our communities. I hope you had a meaningful academic experience at BGSU, and I cannot wait to see what you accomplish next. Following today's virtual celebration, each graduate will have their name announced by college and a video recording and listed in the official program. Both will be available on the BGSU commencement website. Again, congratulations. President Rogers, the podium is yours.
Thank you, Provost Whitehead. So before we close with the singing of the alma mater performed by our men's chorus and a special performance of You Will Be Found, I want to speak directly to our summer 2021 graduates. You know, you are entering a world during uncertain times. And times such as these remind us of the importance of supporting each other and listening and learning from others. But I'm also reminded, and I'd like to remind you, that in uncertain times, there are also opportunities for those who look for those opportunities. And now more than ever, we need people who want to find those opportunities and make a difference in their communities. So to be clear, you are absolutely prepared to do amazing things in the next phase of your journey. And perhaps more so than many of our past graduates. You know, you see, you've adapted, you've persevered, you've overcome all types of obstacles to earn this degree. You've been tested. And certainly you are prepared to go out and make a difference in your careers and your families and your communities, the nation and the world. A person once wrote that our actions may be impeded, but there can be no impeding our intentions because we can accommodate and adapt. The mind adapts and converts to its own purposes the obstacle to our actions. This was written by Marcus Aurelius in 170 AD, and I think it's still true to this day. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. So I challenge you to find that way forward. You absolutely take action, and you have found a way forward. This is an incredible skill, a valuable skill for your life. And so in closing, please remember that earning your degree today places you in a very select group of people. Less than 7% of the world's population has a bachelor's degree or higher. And our master's and doctoral graduates are an even more select group of people. And you have absolutely earned your degree. But with this degree comes immense responsibility. You see, not only have you invested in your education, and not only has your family invested in your education, but the citizens and taxpayers of the state of Ohio and the United States have invested in you. You should be very proud that you are a graduate of a public university that is focused on creating public good. And so I encourage you to create that public good by being successful in your career, in your family, in your community, in your nation, and in the world. But don't forget, be kind. The world needs more kindness. Continue to work hard. Be curious before you judge others. Collaborate and learn from diverse peers. Take calculated risks, absolutely, but most importantly, and I hope you never forget, but have fun. But never, ever stop learning. If you do these things, you will absolutely do well in life, but you will also do good. You are entering a new chapter in your life, and this chapter is yours to write. Each of us must own the legacy to which we belong. I, Ziggy Zumba.
Have you ever felt like nobody was there?
Have you ever felt forgotten in the middle of nowhere?
Have you ever felt like you could disappear?
Like you could fall and no one would hear? So let's